Hey, welcome back, eh? Where you guys been? I've been looking for you all day. Yeah. Wonder where you went. Wonder where you went. Yeah. I don't know. It must be that weather out there. The weather's terrible out there. Raining today. Yes, it is. Big time. You must not have any snow left, huh? Woo! We're almost there. So we're just burling them out to the size of the head, and I don't even know what size that is, but I wish I could see these little sizes in here. Oh, almost there. Rated heavy over there? Getting much rain over there? It's snowing. Well, I thought it wasn't supposed to start snowing until Buttercup. I haven't been called that in years. Huh? Who's Buttercup, anyways? You keeping up with the old school? How heavy's gonna rain over your neighborhood, huh? much snow are you supposed to get over there? Do you know? How much snow are you supposed to get? Well, we got those babies cut out now. As glazy pipes, right. Wish I could get something a little bit not so glazy, but it'd be much heavier than this. So this thing here, so it's sticking out here, is heavy enough as it is, if you know what I mean. Just trying to take the burrs off her. So I'm cutting myself in the cut. How's everybody doing on a yep, all galvanized. It's a heat duct for a furnace. This is supposed to slide in there. I don't know if she's gonna or not. She may not, but she may. You guys being good today? Hopefully that'll hopefully I can get those guys in there now. That'd be the number 1,000 question. You know what I mean. May have to get longer bolts now that that I made the sides thinner. Thicker, thinner. You don't know what I'm talking about. Well, I definitely won't have to have that washer on the inside no more because won't need that. Put a washer on the inside so because it was kind of well, it was causing to bend, not to bend too much. So there we go. Let's see now if we got her closer. Yeah, we got it closer. May have to try to figure out some way of tweaking it. It's my it being stiff now, and it doesn't want to come out like I want it to. Yeah, it probably would be better if I had them longer, but I don't have any longer ones. Huh? I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know your mother from your brother. Sure glad you guys stopped by though, because we would have thought we were by yourself here. Yeah, okay. So I'm thinking, how am I gonna get these guys like bent kitty wampus so I can get now that I made the side stiffer. I made it so it won't collapse. Now it's stiffer and stiff as stiff. Now they stick straight out. Sounds kind of weird, but it's what it's doing. Like a porcupine, see? I need to get them this way. I probably could do that if I took and had a little bit longer bolts. Back to the longer bolt thing. It's constant. It's constant. Never have the right length bolt. You know what I mean? Any of you guys watching them videos I do on my train channel at all? Anybody watching them at all over my train stuff? Because I'm gonna like, I don't know. Just asking. That's all. I asked be kind of in a way, kind of begged a few of you guys to subscribe to that channel for me. Now I'm trying to ask if you ever watch any of them. It just you could say no, I don't watch that stuff. I just helped you out. The only thing I can think of doing is all along I wondered if anybody's going to bother us tonight. Seemed like a good night for it. Either than a longer bowl or taking bending this stuff. Turn around and bending the pipe. The other option is you can do is take and grind off a chunk of that so it goes round, but Yeah, because if I had longer ones, it would stick. The other option is to take and flatten those guys too. Flatten them. Just checking the fitment of the hose inside the I think that was a good call. I'm glad I could pat myself on the head for that. Now she goes all the way in now. She allows that to go all the way in. Could you even see that? Could you even grasp the grip of that? Yeah, she slides all the way in now. Of course, we're only in right in where we actually need, because then I can put that clamp right around there, and then that'll help that out. I'm wondering if I dare try, instead of getting new clamps, if I dare just trying to flatten this. If I try flattening this out right here. You know what I'm saying? I think that if I flatten that out just a little bit, that'll allow it still to slide in there, because this does collapse. You can't see that. This will collapse this way a little bit. Problem is, I need to find some sort of device to flatten it out on. So I can stick it like this. What if I just stick that in like that and clamp that? Will that be enough to flatten that out? It just needs to be a little flatter, just on the sides, not a lot. Just enough to get these guys to go straighter. And once I put the piece of metal on there, tighten her down, she'll pull it right in. She'll be where we want her. If I stick that 2x4 in the vise, let's see. You put that thing in the vise and then I'll swing you around. I could probably bring you over there. I could probably bring you over to the vise, but you know what happens then, don't you? Then to lose the power source. There we go. Just have to beat on it a few times. Beat her into submission. And then that'll flatten it out, I think. It's not that thick. That thick of metal. You can't even see. No matter what I do, you can't see. Yeah, a little bit. I think it may help it. Is it flat enough on each side? Oh. It moved. Causes it to move. You can't see nothing except for my ugly mug. That little sleeve on the inside moved just by tapping it that few times. Oh, I think that's better. Sure, somebody told me to try that. Think that yeah. Yeah. It moved one. It moved one really good, and the other one not so much. I'm just trying to figure out how we had this set up in the first place. So I can try to put it back like it was. I'm thinking that probably end up having to pull it apart a couple more times probably because yeah, that'll work. Well, that'll work. Well, that'll work. Gonna tweak it a little bit more, but be all right. There we go. That's pretty good. What I can do is like bend these little brackets so it'll work out better. Definitely heavier though. You can definitely tell it's heavier. I mean, another option would be to take and as they get 4-inch exhaust pipe and make it out of the whole thing out of 4-inch exhaust pipe. Could have been the other option. So if you decide you want to build one of these things from scratch like I'm doing, 4-inch exhaust pipe will be your friend. And they'll you won't be putting tin in, you won't have to beef it up on the inside or beef it in the outside. And either one. There we go. That one needs to be tweaked a little bit more. Yeah, not much. Just a little bit. She just is hitting on one but not the other. Actually, I thought it was going to be the other side that I still had to keep beating on. That's all. This side needs to be bent a smidgen more than that side. Okay? Let me mark that in case I don't remember when I get over there. The one with the circle is the one you got to beat a little bit more. Oh, we got some more commenters. Yeah, we're trying to make them as straight as possible, but you know, straight is straight as the as straight as your eye is. You know what I'm saying? If you're kind of looking a little off like that, this one could be tracking easy. This one could be track. You might want to track with the one that's straight, whatever one that is. Yeah, between the one that's not straight and the other one straight in the middle, hopefully it doesn't cross. I'm told that some people's some people got the crossover. Just some people. That's all. There you go. I don't know why I got the heat on, other than I don't know. Does it got it on? Some of my washers are thicker than others. There we go. Woo! For whatever reason, she's not straight, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but to somebody it does. Some would say you probably drilled the hole in the wrong place, and the question behind that is that I drilled them in the same spot. It's just the deal we got going on is I'm not sure exactly what side of what side did I put the arm on, you know what I'm saying? Because they're different from side to side. I tried to make them the same. As best as possible, but unfortunately, they're not. They're not. Just a little bit off. A little bit a lot. It's one side to the other is totally different. I had to do that before. I had to tweak these around. I had to turn them around to get them on the other than elongating the holes. Oh boy, now we got it. There we go. Alright. We're just trying again. Keep trying until you get it to where you had it before. Because these are in the same holes as they were before. Yeah, I don't know how that did it. Because all I did was drill in the same holes. That. Then I took it off. So. There's always something with this thing. I don't think it'll ever end. Yeah, between the I'm measuring between the end of this bracket on the bottom one and the end of the bracket on this one. Okay? We're not talking about big numbers here. So we're talking 33 3/4. Okay? This side 33 7/8. So we're only talking just two little bits. But somewhere or other, something happened again. And I don't know what it is. How can it go together this way, but not go together the other way? Well, that don't help, is it? Does it? Does it help at all? The one is a half inch longer than the other. How'd we do that again? When I was very sure of cutting, measuring between the two bolts, between the ends. How do such things happen? When you measure from bolt to bolt and then from end to end, this one's identical, and that one's identical, but they're not the same length. From end to end is supposed to be 15 and a half from end to end. And from end to end, and this one, you know it's less. I already told you that. $14. I don't know how that works. How does that work? How does that work? When you set them side by side and you measure from center to center, and you end up with one is one side, one's the other. Now you put it all together, and then it works. You take it back apart, beat that up, put it back together to find out it don't work. Maybe it's because it's magic. $14 7/8. Let's see. 14 7/8. So somewhere or other in my whole collage of nonsense up here, I seem to turn these around and get my right numbers, but have a totally different thing. How does that work? Yeah, neither one of these things are on in the same equal plane either. If you look across them, both of these are going to work together, but they're really not together. It's kind of like when we were just talking about when we talked about what's going on out there today that I'm not supposed to talk about, whatever that was. It's really not that much, but I don't know what I'm doing. Because I did all that off camera. I did all that. I did that all off camera because I couldn't seem to get my mind around that everything had to be the same. The center point for this one is over here. The center point for that one's over there. So it's off. How much is it off? Let's see. This one here is 7 and 5/8. This one 7. So we're 5/8 of an inch off of each one of those between the pivot points, which I think they should work together because that's kind of like how my one side is. This side's 5/8 off from that side. I just got to figure out how I'm going to make this, get these guys straight up and down in here. is what I really need to do. And once I do that, and then the rest of it will work. See, this one's straight up and down. That guy is straight up and down for the most part. And that's what we need. So that's this side. Let's go see on the other side how much we got to make that work. You can't make this stuff up, I'm telling you. You just can't make it up. Yeah, she's off a little bit. If I put that bowl hole in right now where it belongs, right there, and it should be up there. So this guy right here needs to be tweaked a little bit. Tweaked. I wonder if I can do that with a bigger bolt. With a bigger bolt hole. And you can see the stuff. That's what I use that template for. I use that template off the other one, off this guy, to move over to that guy. And you know, stuff happens. Things happen. Yeah, we're just going to go to the next size up, and I think I'm thinking that I'll probably recoup it by that. Hopefully. Cross your fingers on that one, though. Welcome to the channel, you 5090 you guys out there watching this. Yeah, we just been having a little bit of issues with, well, mainly up between my ears right here, because what I see going down doesn't go down the way I want it to. You guys able to see over here? Hopefully. I can bring in another camera mount, but the battery's charging that guy. And the other one is not participating. I was doing that yesterday too. It came down for a bit. For a little bit it came down. I figured if I need more room on one side, why don't you just make it out on the other, right? Improved in solution. Where do you come up with these words? Where do you come up with these words? I like them because makes it helps. It helps. Ooh. I think she's pretty close. All right, so we're gonna go the next size up. We got plenty of room because we got lock washers and all these washers and all that in there. But I think the one more has got to be the getter, because the other one helped. Hang on. Let's switch you guys back and forth. You get dizzy on me. If I just keep talking to you, think I'm still there, right? Right? this has got to be it. Because it has to be. Running out of drills. There we go. See, she's pretty straight. I think. You guys can't see for nothing. I think it's going to work. It's a little off. It's a little off. Not by much, though. I think it's going to work for us. And if it don't, I'll have to wait till the camera's off, and then I'll make adjust it. This. There we go. There we go. Getting there. And all this stuff has enough movement in it that when you tighten it down, it tends to shift a little bit. How many days of rain are you supposed to get over there? Because I think they're calling for a couple days of rain and then back to something or other. Yes word, yes. So I heard. Oh, so you're getting it too. Okay. Yeah, I think that's what they're, the National Weather Service. That I think they're calling for the same kind of stuff. Yeah, it's a little off. A little off. But that's on that side that's a little off. Anyway, so. Uh-huh. It is, though. And I can also elongate the tin here too, because it won't know. All right. I don't know what happens here. I don't know where the stuff disappears. I just set it down here and it just walks away. It's there. I just got a lot of stuff in the road. Yeah? Yeah, I don't know what that means. It doesn't sound very appropriate for my PG audiences, so. Unless you just left the gym. Could have just left the gym, but I doubt it. All right. Cross your fingers. Cross your fingers, because I'm thinking that I'm thinking really not going to have much movement in it now, though. For getting this guy out now. Before I had a little bit of flex in it. Now she's pretty rigid. Pretty rigid. Woo! She ever. Wow. Wow. I may not be able to get it off once I get it down here. Oh, woo! Yeah, she's definitely in the tight scenario. Sounds like the wind's blowing out there. Whew. Hope you don't want this guys to come off, because I'm thinking not. Well, I can get it apart, but you won't believe if I told you. There's no way. Even if you've seen it, you wouldn't believe it. Would you? Yeah, there were some lower lock washers here because I just used them on something. There they are. That's like it's like I planned it kind of a little bit. That's like all the way. I'm serious. It's all like all the way on there. It's just slid right up on there, all by itself since I put that support in the inside. It couldn't catch on the edge. Yeah, it's right up to the washers where it's supposed to be. All right, mark this part of the video. If I have to go back and do the other one, if this other one comes apart here or down there, that's what we need to do to it. Because, you know, it could come apart. think I'm gonna. I really don't think I'm gonna use it that much though, but I don't think I'm gonna be swinging the arm around too much. What's next? What's next? What's next? I don't know. My ratchet's here somewhere. I'm looking for my ratchet while I'm going on. What's next? The end piece. The one to kind of do to put our own little signature on it. I was thinking. Can always paint it. That'll be fun. I don't know if you noticed it or not. I painted the hinges here because I was hoping I wouldn't have to take this back apart for another trial fitment. Oh yeah. Yeah, she's behind the clamp. I put the clamp between the ribs, and the ribs between that. It's a little crooked. You can see the crooked. You see the crookedness, but I don't think it'll ever go up that way. It'll always go down this way. And the farthest I can bring it in is right there, because the inside and the outside clamps, inside and the outside hose clamps hits. There we go. So you can see what I'm talking about. See the sheep dotted bottoms out right there. So that's not, I mean, that's not too bad. I mean, really. I mean, I can make it that a little prettier, but I put it behind that rib, and that's with the light cord. I have never fixed that light cord up there since I put that light in here for doing these videos. But it's behind the rib. I can probably bring it back over in front of that rib. That's where it's supposed to be at. But for the most part, anyways, for this part on the end here, you know, I was thinking about putting another piece of hose on and then putting the final end on it, but the final end on it, but then unsure about that, huh? Yeah, I don't know how long into this one. An hour and a half, probably. Hour and a half into this one. Your thoughts on the matter? Your thoughts on the matter? You talking about this hose? This? Yeah, because the other thing is having this little. They show they show round ones with a handle all the way around it, so you can grab a hold of it and bring it over. And then they show other ones that are like this with a handle all the way around the outside. And I'm kind of not sure exactly which way I want to go with that one. This hole here you're talking about. I left this like this, so if I want to slide it into another the other part, it'll just slide right in, then I can put some screws around it. But I haven't even figured out how I want to make that. Maybe I can show you. I can show you what other businesses have made them, but commercial ones. Some are just stuck like that commercial one I showed just has like a little tiny thing on the end, and the hose was like coming out from here. There's another extension of hose with some sort of little thing that you can like grab a hold of and bring it around. That's what that other one's like. These other ones are totally just have a square a square little thing on it that the fumes could come up with. And this is a cheap one out of plastic with a little thing like that. You know, that's nothing like that's for a nail salon. You know what I'm saying? There's a big one like that. Again, that's for fumes for smoking and stuff like that. You can make one like the end of that top thing up there, round little dig findadget. Oh, here you go. It's saying go up there and grab one of my wife's kitchen pots with two handles on it. Just grab one of my wife's kitchen pots with a handle on it and bring it down and bolt it on the end. And here's the other one. This is kind of like the one, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I can't. It's like a little bugle horn. See it up here in the yellow? That one there. I try to show on it, it won't let me show on it. So it's like some round thing like this with a little handle around the outside. And then here's the, yeah, I can't even, they wouldn't let me click on this probably. No, then there's the commercial grade ones right there. across the board that we're trying to make similar. See that last one on this my finger side? That's the one that has a little chunk of hose out of it and then a little bugle. A little bugle. A little bugle. I hear you. I don't know. I'm probably just going to take and think about it. That's what I'm thinking. Because we've got there. I think we've kind of pretty much I think we got to this point right here, which is a big hurdle, considering trying to get these things to work and not be too heavy. Because as it is, if I go and pick this thing up, just pick this arm up right now, that's heavy, and it's only made out of tin here and some metal here, and this metal down here doesn't even really affect the heat. Now again, hold up. It's not, I have it pivot down here. I have it tight down here. So let's take that back. Let's say no, it's not that heavy. Let's say it's not that heavy. Now watch. This is what I got to pick up and down. This stuff right here is heavy. I can feel how heavy it is right here. This metal is heavy. That's probably why they made That's probably why if you looked at the other one we made, the other one I showed pictures of, and they were shiny looking, it's because they were made out of them plates right there were made out of aluminum. And that's why they were so much lighter. And these are made out of plate, which were, I don't know, I didn't weigh them. But it's, probably another 20 pounds. It matters up here in the air because I'm now 5 feet in the air. But once I'm on the ground, it won't be much. But I'm just stating as this. Was everybody waiting for that to hit me in the head? Because it might, because it's heavy up there in the air. All right, so we're looking at putting the end on it and painting it, putting it back together, and putting the wheels on it. So I was going to put a on and off switch up at the end of the nozzle. And I'm not there yet. That can be just ran on the outside. Anyways, I can, run that back in. I can run that through the door and have a remote switch on the outside. And then just run it down the outside with a toggle switch on the nozzle down here somewhere. But that's just for lazy people who don't want to walk around there. You know what I'm saying? That's all it's for. And well, I don't know if I'm really lazy because I just spent a whole lot of time making this work. A whole lot of time. Hopefully it works at the end, right? Because once I get that piece on the end, then we got to use the smoke test. Got to final up with a smoke test, don't we? Again. All right. So yeah. So if I try to put wheels on it up on the box, she ain't gonna work right. Now if I get my boy to help me sit it down on the floor, where I can put the wheels down there, it'll probably be best. Then I can paint it I can paint it down there too. So that's probably I'm hoping to the next time you see it, it'll be on the floor. So cross your fingers, because sometimes the manager's sometimes busy. Busy. He's a busy guy. Busy. Yeah. All right. So we're between the two. Last one was a bunch of talkathon, and yeah, yeah. I don't know about that. Might have been good to talk, but depends on who you're talking to. Because all right, make sure you stockpile those eggs up, because because I'm sure they're going to get more expensive. We might have to get some free range chickens here. Or better yet, maybe I should drop my cholesterol level and not get any eggs, right? That's the best way to drop your cholesterol, is not to eat eggs, right? Isn't there a lot of cholesterol in eggs? Or is that in everything? Probably in everything. Probably anything I eat. Oh, everybody's bailing already. All right, we'll try to do it tomorrow night. Hopefully I can get my boy to help me drop that to the floor. You guys have a good night. Thanks for listening and stopping by and chatting with me. And if you're out there and you're afraid to say something, just don't say just say something to do with the project here. Questions or whatever. That's fine. I'm fine with it. And if I can't answer your question, somebody in the background might be able to answer it, because they've been following a long time. Have a good one. Appreciate you guys being around. Good night.